less indestructible for the same reasons that the Drill Ranger can get saved. The Shadow Fiend is more or less the same. And if you have yeah, this is just
this is EHOME.
It's a gap closing hero. So
but no one plays Tusk. It's not a popular hero.
But the main issue is they needed a hero that could close the gap that would play as either a support or an offlane role. So they take the Tusk with the assumption that, you know, if it's Lanham playing the Tusk or a friend rear, you can actually close the gap on the draw. You can get in. You have multiple ways of initiating. You can infest the Tusk. You can go for a very aggressive play and try to get a quick pick. Because if EHOME take the game late, I think that we'll have a sizable advantage just based on composition. And Vici Gaming Reborn go for the Storm. This is
Mikasa Storm.
This is actually the riskiest pick that I think they have, and it looks like from the way that things are shaping up here from EHOME, it is going to be an offlane Tusk. Old 11's going to be picking that up, so Lanham will be playing
core
AP.
Tusk. Yeah, this is
I think it's still fine, but I don't know about this Storm.
I mean,
the Storm feels very questionable to me.
It's going to get punished in lane, I guess. Well, you imagine will Tusk? Oh no, I guess because it's the offlane. He's not going to worry about the Tusk.
It really depends on one thing. If Vici Gaming Reborn decide to do like this dual lane mid, where they have FY just grabbing runes and keeping Mikasa safe.
Oh, you think that's what they'll keep the Eye mid?
I think it would be fine if that's what they're going to do, because then it's Dro Venge, and I think that lane is really strong in its own right. I don't think they have to go aggro. We've seen it in the past throughout the qualifier, but I think this game, it's probably just going to be like Dro Venge safe, Beastmaster off lane, and then FY and Mikasa mid. And then on the side of EHOME, you're going to have a Timber mid against a dual lane, which I'm not entirely sure how much EHOME's going to be able to do to punish that, and it kind of makes me think that VGR might have a slight advantage here in the early to mid game.
Oh, we got a bit of Lagarina.
Do we?
Well, I was. Oh, yeah, I'm
okay
going to go for a quick recap. Oh, I've done my predictions though. We've got to get the predictions in. Total number of player deaths by 10 minutes.
By 10 minutes?
10 minutes. That's an early one, isn't it?
I'd say like
6 to 10.
I'd say 0-5.
Dude, okay, you go for that.
All right.
Most Roshan kills. That's got to be
Vici.
Yeah. Total number of blink daggers. 25 minutes in.
Okay, so Beastmaster buys Blink, that's 1.
Tusk, but will they have it by 25?
So 0 to 2. I'd say 0.
Actually, yeah, because it's a winner, yeah, 0 to 2.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this end. He's about to get wrecked. Or not.
I mean, you say that, but they're all just kind of casually.
They kind of took their time with the open wounds. They're like, do we want to go for this one? Yes, we do, boys. First blood there for EHOME. Yeah, Tusk, good hero. A good hero for level 1 ganks.
Yeah, of course. Their level 1 is significantly better than VGR's.
No, there won't be a courier snipe. I don't believe in that. Do I need to reconnect? No, I think we're fine.
No, you're good.
I think we're fine. Don't look like we're getting any Lagaroo, so should be good for the time being. But yeah, coming into the game, lane-wise, nothing too out of the ordinary going to be happening by the looks of it. I guess the question is, Old Lanham, where does he stay? Does he hang around with Old 11 up top?
I think he's just going to play the roaming role.
Yeah.
Like, just walk around, see what you can find. You know, if for whatever reason it is the dual lane mid here from VGR, you might be able to help out the Timber a bit.
Okay.
I think Old Chicken might suffer just because it is a draw strategy and they're going to have double range. So I think that's the main reason why they wanted the IO in the first place, is just to make the laning phase a little bit stronger. But we'll see how things kind of shape up here. FY obviously can move around. He doesn't have to stay mid if he feels like, you know, Mikasa's going to be fine. But if for whatever reason Old Chicken starts to get some pressure or there's rotations from EHOME, there's always the opportunity for him to come and save.
I want to know as well, like, yeah. So Old 11, he's going to be, well, by the looks of it, just doing some jungling. So he's going to go for the jungling Tusk.
And we got the jungle Beastmaster as well.
Old Lanham get the levels on the Elder Titan up on the top lane. Oh, looks like we are in a bit of Carly. I might give the old reboot a ring. We will do that.
Oh, you're not even lagging that bad.
I'm a very particular man. I don't like any lag at all.
If there's any lag, we're reconnecting to the game.
Oh, we've got a nice loading screen. That's nice.
All right, so while we're reconnecting, just let everyone know for the time being.
Missing anything?
Yeah, we're not missing much of anything. There was already 1 kill, of course, inside of the Dire Team jungle, but since that point, it's more or less everyone farming. Important to note that Mikasa has been crushing the first couple of waves. He is 7-1 at 1 minute into the game. And of course, the jungle Beastmaster on Yang is going to probably get a lot more out of that side of the map than Old 11, just because Tusk is innately a much slower jungler. But the most important thing to keep in mind between these two heroes is that Tusk can actually do something in the lane, whereas Beastmaster really does need level 6. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult, I think, for VGR to kind of get their footing until Yang finally does get that ultimate.
Old Lanham, just coming over to disrupt the mid lane matchup at the moment. As you said, Old Chicken taking a bit of a beat down, and indeed Mikasa 12 for free against the CS of this Timber. Top lane, Old Lanham. I think this man's in a lot of trouble. He's come a little bit deep here. I think
He should be dead.
He's certainly. I mean, the sleep. It will buy him some time. No, not enough. Magic missile to the back, and well, VGR. They'll pick themselves up their first kill of the game. So bringing it to 1-1. And Old Lanham. I don't know what he was trying to do. I guess he went. Did he go for that warning? Was that just now? No, that was from earlier.
I think he was just trying to scout out to see if
how the jungling was going.
Yeah, they were spotting the jungle. Maybe he wanted to try to soak a little bit of EXP from the camps, but with FY off the map and like both supports missing, it was a little bit questionable, I think, to go for something like that. But you know, regardless, he found him, so he pretty much has a good idea of what's going down. We do see FY eventually making that rotation towards mid, as we kind of talked about. He's got the Arcane Rune bottled up, so he'll be able to keep Mikasa more or less safe. And this is an interesting dynamic here that they have with the Storm mid, because typically, you know, Timbersaw, he's going to farm against anyone, but Storm is a hero who is not known for winning his lane. And against Timber, he can actually do very well, because Timber has to be in melee range to be able to do any sort of harassment to a hero like Storm. So it's like BGR getting away with a greedy mid who transitions well into the mid game, especially when you have Drow Aura. And it's not like EHOME are directly punishing it. It's going to be down to, you know, Old 11's rotations once he starts deciding to move around the map.
We'll see what was able to achieve there. And as you said, I mean, looking back to the mid lane, it's just such a polarizing story for both of them. You know, Mikasa, he's having a great time. Timber, not at all. You know, Old Chicken is falling behind. But I guess there's going to be a point in this game as well, isn't it? If Old Chicken, you know, as the game goes on, he does kind of become the, you know, the beastly Timbersaws that we have seen in pro gaming. VGR, they don't really have a lot of ways of killing a fat Timber. They don't have lots of magic.
Yeah, they have a lot of physical DPS, which is mildly concerning. The only thing that really deals with him, I think, is the Storm damage. Because a lot of what Storm does is magical.
Okay.
Like Overload and Static Remnant, even the Ball Lightning itself is magic damage. So that's going to be their go-to. And the other thing you can say is that it's pretty easy for their team to kite out the Timber as well, as Mikasa goes for the rune here.
Yeah, indeed, with the Stomp as well. Can they get themselves this kill? Looking towards FY. They're not going to get it, and well, the turnaround, the Axis come through. With the rotation for VGR, they'll counteract the aggression of EHOME and find themselves the kill.
Really good start here from VGR. They realize that as long as they control the runes, allow Mikasa to have a good mid lane, which as of right now, EHOME have yet to punish. Old 11 has yet to really make a successful rotation. I guess he got the 1 assist in the first
hello,
one.
Look at this. Looking to go on Mikasa. He's not quite level 6 yet. Can he play his way out of this one? Well, with the help of FY. Might just be able to. The Stomp coming through. Gets the sleep off. In comes Mr. Snowball.
That's what I was hoping to see from EHOME.
Yeah.
Just punish that Storm mid. Ideally, you want to kill him at least like 2 or 3 times before level 6. Fortunately for VGR, that hasn't been the case. That's his first death. He's halfway to level 6.
Yep.
Once he gets the Ball Lightning, those kind of all-in snowball ganks are going to be totally ineffective. You're not going to be able to lock this hero down unless you have like the Static Storm, which the Disruptor is only level 4 right now, so it's still going to be a bit away.
Mid lane again. TP's coming back for Mikasa. Yeah, not quite level 6, so unable to get the opening. Bottom lane, pressure being put on. Ice, skipping the creeps out. 37 for 6 compared to 27 for 12 of Ends Drow Rangers. So the farm's certainly going a little bit better for Lifestealer, and especially if they can get this tower hit as well. And looks like he should be able to. Just trying to ward off the balls. Actually, the Stomp sleeping both of them, and Ice, yeah, he'll take both. So extra bit of XP and gold. Very nice for the man's farm, and there we have it. Tower as well. Old Lanham, he'll be the one to peak the last hit though. So Ice, he's going to be giving him a severe talking to.
Yeah, I think it's overall kind of even for both teams. Clearly, VGR want to have the stronger laning phase. Like you don't pick a Drow Ranger and not have strong lanes. So there is marksmanship aura up and available, so it's giving the 28 bonus damage to the entire team. Even at this stage, you can start to see pushes coming out.
I think I'm going to try and reconnect again, Andy. Because you've got no lag. Why have I got lag?
Look, I was in the other casting booth, and I had a ton
Deep breath,
of lag.
Scota.
I think it's completely random. I think sometimes you either get a good connection or you just don't.
Yeah. You got, like, you're fine.
Yeah, I haven't, like, dropped anything. I don't know. No loss, no packet loss. Everything's fine.
There we go. I was thinking about it.
We're
not missing anything.
Yeah, there's no kills that have happened. It's
we're good.
Everyone farming.
Oh, we're good. We got a good shot. Oh, no. Did you stop moving? I did that lag. No, we're good. We did it. We're good.
We did it.
We beat the Great Firewall of China. There we have it. Yeah, this is beautiful. Oh, that was a good reconnect. That feels good. Yeah, we didn't miss anything. Still pretty static. Oh, what was our prediction in terms of kills? You said by 10 minutes. Oh, it's still in the 0 for 5 region.
Yep.
You're close. You are doing well. To see how if this movement goes well. Now, if I'm Mikasa, they're not going to come around here. Hang on. Old Lanham has ice in him. We see it so many times. It's 7 minutes in. The China sides, they love to get their carry involved in the action. They really do. And see if they find an opportunity for that. And we'll see as well if VGR expect this. If they do expect Luxy to be up there. Obviously they'll see us off the map. Fenrisby give the lane down bottom to try and get him up to that level 6 static storm. And there'll be a reaction for VGR. Mikassa's coming over with the backup of FY. He's trying to lead in, but the snowball straight into the Drow Ranger. Now FY coming along, trying to keep End alive, and it's going to work for the time being, but the Chakral's slow. The sleep onto 2. End's going to get taken down. FY as well. They'll find themselves a second. EHOME, Old Chicken with the double kill. DDC teeping himself straight away. No way that they can cancel that. But there we have it. The Lifestealer bomb caught them off guard, and Old 11's Tusk, it's working out. He's been involved in every kill so far.
It's something that they desperately needed with their lineup. So when they were down to their last pick, they needed a hero that could like force the engagement.
Yeah.
And there wasn't really anything left because they had a Timber Saw that was going to be going mid. So they couldn't pick Queen, they couldn't pick Puck. They had to get a hero that had some like jungling capabilities and could also just say, we're fighting right here and right now. So Tusk just seemed to alleviate all the problems that their draft had for EHOME up until that point. And, you know, so far it's been working out.
Bomb Mikassa with the haste room, ready to go for it. Fenris being spotted out. Static Storm immediately dropped to random, and that means Mikassa can't get the initial kill. Old Chicken with the TP. Can they actually find anything in return? That's the question. Well, they're looking to move in onto Yang, but Yang turns around with the Roar onto Ice Gust as well. It's going to come before the Rage wears off, so Ice. No, he's not going to be fine. Magic Missile, but the Igloo is not enough to trap him. Old Chicken coming around with the burst, but EHOME, they've already lost 2. Tower hits onto Yang. Can he de-aggro? Where's the de-aggro? It's not there. Yang taken down by the tower. They'll lose one in return, but VGR looking to move in for more. Magic Missile onto Old Chicken, that find themselves a third. Double kill for Mikassa. The snowball across the tree line as Old 11 trying to escape, but they're looking to chase it down. Zipping forward. Can Mikassa get the connection? He can. The slow's there from the overload. One more touch, they'll do it. A 4th kill for VGR. Fantastic fight for them there down on the bottom lane.
Man, they are just going all in here. Even going to see them maybe continue a little bit more. FY taking some damage here. Looks like he'll be able to tether to End and be just fine. But the damage output that VGR have at this stage in the game is nuts.
I mean, look at this. 9 minutes in, a Storm that's 3-1-2. That you don't see that on a Storm Spirit every day.
Yeah, but it's all due to the fact that he has a Wisp that's been coming to his lane, making sure that he's having a good laning phase. He's against a Timber mid, which I think this is a really good way of punishing the greediness of a Timber, because he can't just like straight up beat a ranged hero. He'll just farm. You know, it's like playing a Zeus mid. Both heroes just farm in the matchup. So, that being said, Storm is happy with trading the farm because during the mid game, his initiation potential and the kind of way he scales into the mid-late game is going to just be more valuable than what a Timber brings. So, EHOME kind of finding themselves in a bit of a pinch here. Obviously, there's a lot more Dota to be played, so there's a chance for EHOME to make a way back into this, but for right now, VGR seem to be kind of hitting all the timings.
I really do indeed. Mid lane, Mikassa, tethered up by FY. Yang getting a lot of space up top. As EHOME have 3 mid, Old 11 joining the crew. They'll smoke up. They want to look for some action with the snowballs. See what they can find. They may catch Mikassa going down for the rune. The question is, they have enough control. They do have a static storm. They might have to pop it in. They will. They want to get this kill, and they should do. The control of the disruptor. It's enough. Oh, a splitter to the face as well. No messing from EHOME as they take down that kill, and it's a good kill as well.
I mean, he got the rune.
I guess he did.
Yeah, he got the regen. Worth it.
We'll see if he can work some magic with that when he's back. That's arguably, yeah, the best rune to have on the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, it's definitely up there. I mean, DD,
I guess at this stage as well. It means a lot.
It's very solid. So, the way the game's kind of shaping up, VGR are still well on their way to hitting that timing. You know, End just finishes up his Dragon Lance right now. They can start going for the sieges. At 11 minutes, I would actually say that it might be a tiny bit behind in regards of towers, because even the offlane tier 1 is still standing. But I think that's also because EHOME, you know, they sent 4 heroes top at like, you know, 7 minutes or 8 minutes, and they decided to go for a kill on End at that stage. So they realized that stopping the momentum of VGR as soon as humanly possible is how they win this game. Because if they transition later on, you know, EHOME during the mid game, they have this Timber who's really hard to take down. Lifestealer played by Ice, clearly going to be a big threat as well. But it's interesting to me because the Storm kind of, it throws a wrench in EHOME's plans, because normally at Juro Strat you would just say it falls off so hard at a certain point, like post 30 minutes, that you would probably just say that EHOME would win. But Storm is that hero who just adds the X factor, you know, the pick-off potential, and how much damage he can do with the marksmanship and the extra damage from the True Shot aura. Or Precision aura, excuse me. But then Mikasa could be in trouble.
Again, the Static Storm setup. Oh, they glimpsed him out! If he lives, oh no! Oh, he jukes out the Thunderstrike damage with the double zap!
He's got the regen.
Oh, that's not the combo you're looking for as the Disruptor.
Oh god, that was actually so unfortunate. If he waited even one more second,
then he would have been still in the ring, yeah.
Yeah, he would have been dead for sure. That is a very big opportunity missed here from EHOME. Killing that Storm after the laning phase and just stopping him from getting to that Orchid, that is huge for them.
Old Lanham's going to walk to Mikasa. He's got the DD, the Adoverune you're talking about that he loves to have. Zippy zap, but the Snowball comes out. The Centaur Storm is working for EHOME. The control, but the Silencer's name comes in on the Drow Ranger. Earth Splitter, not going to be enough, but they've lost 2 already. Ice coming into the middle of it all, and he goes for the TP out, but there's 5 heroes beating down on him. VGR once again. I mean, it's just the decision-making from EHOME just hasn't been top-notch, and VGR outplaying them every time.
I mean, this is a Roshan, too. That's the other problem, is because of the fact that they do have this Beastmaster, and they have the Precision Aura, they can just go for Rosh at any given point. There's only one hero on the side of each hero that's not ranged, and of course it is Beastmaster. He's almost got his book 1. He's going to have it after this Roshan goes down. Even though VGR haven't really taken the towers, they still have a tremendous amount of farm on all 3 of their cores. Like, Yang is still sitting at 69 creep kills in a 13-minute game. This is like a jungle/offlane Beastmaster, and they're already looking to start pushing towers. It's 13 minutes in. Sure, they haven't taken a tier 1, but they still have all the momentum in the world. Like, team fights like that, when you're playing this type of strategy, you take the entire map away from your opponent.
I mean, look at Mikasa as well in the Storm Spirit. He is building towards the Orchid first. Why the Orchid first before the Bloodstone that we see most Storm Spirits being picked up?
Orchid with Drow Aura is
it's
like,
just,
it's insane.
Yeah.
Like, he gets a bonus 42 damage right now. That's pretty much like having a Demon Edge in your inventory. So if he has an Orchid, he solo kills any hero on the side of EHOME, maybe barring Ice, because armlet toggling can more than likely keep you alive. But now VGR.
Oh, hello, Yang. You've maybe stuck around a little bit too long. Here come the TP reactions. They'll jump straight away on the Beastmaster. Gets the Roar Alfonso. Oh, Chicken FY. Trying to look for some kind of save. It's not going to work. The Snowball, ball-on-ball action. Io's popped as well. Mikasa's turned up. Zip tapping forward, but he goes straight to the Static Storm. EHOME. There's a full 5. This time it's VG Reborn making the mess ups. They'll lose Mikasa. He's got the Aegis Head trying to TP out, but the Echo Stomp's there in time. Can Mikasa save himself in this one? Looking for the Zip Zap Zoo. They're already trying to close him off. Trying to chase him down, but the low on mana. EHOME, Mikasa himself. Oh, he went for the TP Zip Zap. Smart plays from Mikasa, keeps himself alive, but overall, EHOME happy with the outcome of that one. 3 heroes down, and the Aegis popped as well.
Where was the Venge?
Hello.
Like, that was just total miscommunication from VGR. They were pushing into the tier 2, and they say, okay, well, we have the Aegis advantage on our Storm. We could probably take this engagement, but the fact that there was no defensive swap means that as soon as they go on somebody, they're just dead. So instead of being able to, you know, potentially swap out Mikasa on the first death, he just dies because he's under the Static Storm. And then after that point, the rest of the team dies in the meantime because Snowball comes out from Mode 11. So I don't know if that's just on the Venge for not being there or the fact that the breakdown in communication, you know, DDC not saying, hey, I'm not here. Please wait like 20 more seconds before you decide to fight. And EHOME with a huge defense.
Absolutely, and then defense that they needed. I think we see on the graph, indeed. There was a kind of a 4 or 5k lead. Now it's swung back round. You know, by no means a massive difference, and as we can see, you know, one team fight at this stage of the game will resurrect any kind of position that the team's been falling down to. And VGR, they're looking to regain that one. They're smoked up, moving him around over to the Radiant side of the map. See what they can do here at the same time. EHOME in a very defensive posture. They're going to smoke up themselves. Lifestealer getting himself deep inside the Centaur Conqueror. And they'll look to lead the way with that one. They're looking to get a nice stomp. They'll come to the high ground. Scan coming out from the Dire. They know that they're here. They know there's a smoke on smoke action. War's been dropped down. They'll see the Centaur. They'll wonder that something fishy is going on. FY trying to get in position on the side. Where's the jumping going to be? Well, it's going to be Ice. Going on to FY. Takes him out. Mikasa zips in the middle of the fight. The War's punch is there. Can they beat him down with the Static Storm? They can. They'll find it. Raw onto Ice. Head for the silence. Pummeling into Ice. He keeps himself alive. The outlet toggle. Lifestealer's going to live at EHOME. Moving in for more. They've found 2. They're going to look towards Yang. Zip tapping forward. The old chicken with the chakra finds the 3rd. DDC on the retreat, but the kinetic field's down. The swap, he tries to dodge the stomp, but he will, but he's not going to be able to dodge the end of his life. Snowball to the backside. DDC taken down, and EHOME with the last 2 fights under their belt. They're regaining that strength that we expect to see from EHOME, a team tipped to be the hottest in China at the moment.
God, that was just a disaster. Did FY get stunned? He must have, because he had tether that entire time, and he didn't try to get out after ISSI started going on him. So, you know, back-to-back 2 fights where VGR just get routed, more or less, and that's going to be really good for EHOME because a draw strategy typically wants to hit their stride roughly like, you know, 25 minutes. That's when they're at their most powerful, and then all of a sudden it's just...
What's going on here, Andrew?
Yo, Crimson's fine.
Is it good?
Yeah. I mean, okay.
He's not dying, is he?
Think about this, right? There's Inner Beast. Yep. Then there's Necronomicon, which is more physical damage. Then you have Vengeance Aura. Then you have Precision Aura. He needs to be able to frontline and also deter the enemy from trying to attack him. So reactive armor plus Crimson for his whole team means that their team is almost entirely physical damage.
Okay.
The Storm is the only person who really does any magical DPS whatsoever. So against 4 out of 5 of the heroes on VGR, it's more than okay.
All right. Some tasty stuff.
Yeah.
From the chicken.
Yeah, well, Chicken, I think his itemization is pretty on point for this game, I would say.
Okay. I mean, do we now expect to see him kind of move back into the more orthodox, getting the Bloodstone online? Now he's got the Crimson Guard.
He needs a mana regeneration item for sure. You can't just walk around with only a Crimson and be happy with, like, your mana expenditure is going to outweigh your regen by a long shot until you get at least 1 item.
Be able to finish off this tier 1 here in the mid lane. Old Chicken as he clears out of the way. No reaction from VGR. They'll put a fortification, but not looking to fight at this stage of the game. And coming forward. Poking his head in. He's trying to build towards... I mean, is this going to be an SNY or is this Yasha then BKB?
I would probably say BKB.
Yeah. Oh, hello. That's not a tree.
I think SNY is... It's not really that helpful for Dro in this game, because if you have SNY and you get jumped on by the Tusk or the Lifestealer, it's not like the extra movement speed and health from that item is going to save you. Like, EHOME will kill you even if you have a little bit of extra health. But if you have a BKB, you can just walk away from the open wounds. You don't have to worry about Elder Titan Stomp. You don't have to worry about Snowball Stun or Glimpse or any of that nonsense. So I think that's probably going to be the item. In the meantime, looks like Storm finishes up his Orchid. And even though this timing, you know, truth be told, is pretty late for Mikasa, given the fact that he was doing very well mid, he has died 3 times. So I think now he needs to just go like directly into BKB and hope that his initiation can kind of tilt the fights in VGR's favor, or I think they're just going to struggle during the mid-late game.
Things on the mid lane. They want to make it go. They got the glimpse, and in a lot of trouble. Kinetic Field's out, will trap him. FY immediately with the save, takes him out. Now FY will almost certainly pay off his life on the way back. He may look to try and tether across, but yeah, he's going to have the tether available. No, they've got him. Oh, no, they haven't. Nope.
They have
they've got him. Oh, no.
Oh, wait.
No, what?
That was a little bit comical, but you know, in the meantime, they killed the offlane tier 1.
They did, well,
so.
and they killed the Timber as well, who was looking to defend the tower.
Yeah.
Timber was up there, they'll punish him.
All in all, a good trade for VGR. That's book 3-2 on Yang.
Yeah, he's still managed to keep up a really nice pace on his farm.
Yeah, this game still, you know, it's still doable for VGR, but they're kind of running out of time, I feel. The Lifestealer will eventually reach this kind of like critical mass where he'll just be able to go on somebody and kill them, you know, force a swap or whatever, force a relocate. And Beastmaster Roar is nice and everything, but you still have to worry about the damage output of the Timber Saw. Static Storm on Fenrir is pretty scary, Earth Splitter. EHOME just have a very well-rounded draft.
Kill the ball. Do they have any smokes? Who's got dish smokes? No smokes at the moment. Just a straight up movement towards the top. See what they can do. Rip Hawk. Trying to close in. Oh no, the cast is out of there. Still, FY in the neighbourhood. He's been left by DDC. FY alone. But he'll be fine. Sails himself off to the east. Push still coming in from EHO. 3 heroes towards the top. Eyeing up that tier 1. Fairly low at the moment, so they could certainly look to finish it off with this push. Now, Ice, a few hundred gold away from the Desolator.
I'm kind of wondering if, you know, VGR clearly want the next Roshan. That's kind of what you do as dire Draw strats, is you just kill Roshan over and over again, and then just start running down lanes and hope that your Aegis kind of carries the fight by having 2 lives in the Storm. But they haven't even killed the mid-tier 1, and it's 21 minutes in. There's a Solar Crest on Old 11. So between the Crimson and the Solar Crest, I think EHOME are itemizing perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, they understand that the biggest threat that VGR have is the ability to kill somebody inside of a Beastmaster Roar. So because they don't have a traditional save, like between a Venge swap or something like that, or an Oracle ultimate, they're itemizing so that their cores have an opportunity to live via Crimson, Activate, and then also having the Solar Crest used on them. Because at that point you have the bonus evasion, lots of armor, flat out damage mitigation from the Crimson, and then you can turn the fight based on the idea that they want to focus down one person. They don't want to split damage. It's all single target pretty much on the side of VGR. So I think that the way that they're playing this out is more or less perfect. Like they understand what they need to do.
Absolutely. Roshan back up 45 seconds. We'll see how they're able to play around that both sides. Overall net worth difference. It's bang on 0 at the moment.
Yeah, this game is insanely close. Still anyone can take this.
Yeah.
Still probably a bit more pressure on VGR.
Yeah, for sure. The fact is, they just haven't got as much momentum as maybe they would have hoped to get at this point with the Drow draft. And yeah, Drow BKB now done as well. So this is going to help out End a lot. His positioning has been pretty good in the fights. He has been taken out 3 times, but at the same time, we've seen him get a fair bit of damage out. He's only really gone down in those last couple of fights where Vici just as a whole have lost it, and he's been the last one standing, as there's obviously not a lot he can do himself to keep himself alive without FY and the crew around.
Got a little bit of Kale going on, but
we're good.
Roshan's gonna respawn. I have a feeling that contesting this for EHOME isn't actually going to be that difficult because they had Elder Titan. I think Elder Titan and Tusk are probably, 2 of the better Roshan contention heroes in this game. Just because you can throw a spirit out, and by having it inside of the pit, the rest of EHR are just like, okay, well, if we get slept, it could potentially be like a 3 or 4 man Earth Splitter, and then we have to just back out. So next area of contention most likely going to be that Rosh. It's already being circled up here by Fenrir. Then you also have to take into account that VGR do have Beastmaster vision.
Oh, the question is, how do they play around this? Yeah, they know that they are going to have eyes on a VGR, and they're going to go for the spot play. They're going to go for a split.
I like this.
They need to find a kill first. If they find at least one kill,
FY.
They
don't want the Wisp.
Yeah. They're going deeper. They might settle for him now.
They have to see him.
I mean, there we go. Yeah, they'll just double straight in. Goodbye, FY. And immediately onto the Roshan. At the same time, Casa putting the pressure in on top. EHOME continuing to just go for the Rosh, and he should find this tier 1 mid on his own. So VGR, they are finding something in return, and they may even just try and contest Rosh. Yang, TDC and Mikasa smoking up. They're going to start to move in. Rosh down to half health. There'll be a little bit of a chance for them to try and do something sneaky. Let's see how this go down. So they get the Hawk in for vision. Buyback from FY. He's ready to join the fight. Let's see what goes on. Wave of Terror coming through the silence. Onto them all. Jumping in. The Static Storm's there in reaction. And puts the BKB in from the side. Trying to chip out Ice. But the Crimson Guard is doing a lot of work. Ice. Keeps himself low. No. Gets bursted down. They've lost 3. EHOME. They're going to lose 4. Fenrir caught out by the sidelines as well. VGR. They'll take the Roshan. Yang picks up the Aegis and picks up 4 kills as well. Only losing Mikasa. What a Roshan fight for VGR.
Man, Yang carried that so hard. Okay, so he roars Ice. He's like the majority of the damage to Roshan. That's the most important part.
Okay, so he turns to Roshan just...
Yeah, because as soon as he roars a Lifestealer, that pretty much means that EHOME can't kill Roshan anymore.
Oh, let's make it a team wipe.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Old Lanham. That was perfect execution, though, from Yang. And honestly, the fact that he has, like, Blink Book 3 at
this point.
At this stage in the game, with 2,100 gold in his inventory as well.
And again, that's been this chaotic as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that was very good. FY only had like 5 seconds on his respawn, but he understood that he needed to buy back.
Yeah, and now we'll see if EHOME can get the punish off. TP's in immediately, trying to close the gap. Oh, Chicken, but already. Oh, he's got to put the Crimson Guard. Moves back onto Yang. Snowballs out. Yang in a bit of trouble. He starts to beat down on Ti6 on the back lines. DDC being focused by Old 11. The Roar coming through. Yang again doing his best to set it up for the team, and they'll find themselves a Fenrir kill. They're looking towards Old Chicken. They've already found 3 here. They may even find themselves a 4th. Old Chicken, he doesn't know what to do with himself, trying to duke it out. They've lost the Tusk on the sidelines because of Mikasa. The arrows fly through, zip-zapping forward. Yang blinks in, chucks out the axes. Can they do it? Oh. Yes, they can. VGR, Mikasa. And again, VGR are just destroying EHOME at this stage.
Man, that was so brutal for EHOME. And the thing is, VGR have amazing high ground potential. Beastmaster Aura, Precision Aura. They have the Dragon Lance on the draw already. This is just like 2 catastrophes back to back. And all that, keeping in mind that they also have a Storm. He's going for the Bloodstone now. He's not actually rushing for the BKB. Probably feels pretty confident after the Roshan fight.
Has he got the Bloodstone? He's got the Bloodstone done now.
Yeah, he's got a ton of farm.
Bam.
This is such a good spot for VGR. Like, Yang is just...
Look at the net worth as well. Just look at this. I mean, I know Old 11's been having a good game on the Tusk, but... I mean, I sized Old 11 at the same bit. That's not good news for the Lifestealer.
It's honestly just Yang. Like, the fact that he has so much money at this stage in the game, and that, you know, you put Old 11 on this Tusk, and he's supposed to have, like, a really big impact during the laning phase. He only really ganked once. You know, like, he went mid, he killed Mikasa the one time, and that's fine. But during the big fights that matter, like the Roshan engagement and fighting top lane, killing Ice again, even though Yang maybe uses Roar a little bit, you know, overkill, it's still killing the biggest damage potential on EHOME.
Oh, Ice, goodbye.
Yeah, see you later.
What a play. And now Old 11, he's in trouble as well. He tries to roll in the stomp. He's going to come out, but not in time. And Mikasa zips forward. He's looking for more already. Trying to go on to Fenrir. Fenrir drops the static storm. Mikasa is already out of it. They'll find Fenrir as well. Now zipping in for more. Mikasa's not done. Jumping from Yang. Roar onto old chicken. The wave of terror is there. The physical damage is going to start to rip through the Timber Saw, pulling him in, silencing him up. Oh, the Earth Splitter will take down one, but he's got an Aegis Yang. He's going to be back for more. And VGR just playing out of their minds at this point. And EHOME, they just don't know what hit him.
Man, this is just Yang MVP. Definitely MVP for this game. That's going to be an easy set of racks for VGR. They're going to move their way towards bottom lane.
They're going to get a second set.
There's no buybacks.
There's no fortification.
Yeah. There should be 2 racks easy. Oh, the Stomp might actually delay it enough. But the Disruptor doesn't have Static Storm. So even if Fenrir respawns.
What a beat down here from VGR.
It escalated very quickly.
It really did. And in a game as well where it's even in kills. And well, here we go. Let's see if they find a turnaround. Jumping in, Rage, and open wheel to DDC. They'll find themselves the kill onto Yang. Now looking for DDC, but on the backline, Mikasa zipping in for the out of time kill. This defensive Yules buys him some time. Not enough. Mikasa still finishes it off, jumps in onto Ice, and it's all but over. It's all but over. GG is called. And in a series where a lot of people would have tipped EHOME to be the big dogs coming in from the higher half, VGR are just... they're just absolutely destroying them there.
I mean, we're starting to see why so many people in this region are banning Joro in the first 2. I would not put it past EHOME to just take that hero out in the second game. Unless they have first pick, in which case, you know, they might try to do something similar themselves. But, you know, it didn't really look that bad for EHOME. Like, the first 15-20 minutes, they were forcing some pretty good engagements.
It looked alright. And Tusk, Old 11 at the start, he was having a great time. He was like 4-1-11 or something ridiculous. He was involved in everything and making so much action happen. Disruptor was getting great static storms. There was a bit of a dodgy glimpse. You know, we saw Mikasa getting glimpsed out of the ring. I mean, it just didn't feel like a bad game from EHOME. It just feels like VGR just played better as a whole, and they just had the strat down, and they nailed it in 29 minutes.
Yeah, that Roshan fight was just the beginning of the end for EHOME. Like, the blink in from Yang, roaring onto the Lifestealer, winning the Roshan fight, and then just mass snowball potential coming in from VGR's lineup that we knew that it could do. So, going into the second game, we'll see how EHOME want to adapt, but very well played from VGR in the first game here. It
really, really was. And ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Indeed, this is game 1 of the best of 5 grand finals. Winner going straight to TI. Second place will be able to claim themselves at least a position in the wild card, but indeed very high octane stuff. And we'll see next time round if VGR are able to get themselves a second win, or if potentially EHOME may be thinking about banning the Drow or taking it themselves. We'll see how they deal with it. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2.